Hello,
Hey,
hello.
friends. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Where is Shawn? We can hear you, but we don't see you.
You sound like you're in slow-mo to me. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. Yep.
Hang on.
How about in out there watching us? Can you hear?
I am not sure what the sound is doing. You are sounding like you are in slow-mo.
Oh wow.
Do I?
Okay. I haven't touched anything on my end. So do you want me to try leaving and coming back? Oh,
To see what happens here.
okay. I'm. Hi, Candy. She said that I sound okay.
Not coming through.
Issa says that you are heard but not seen.
It might be me. Let me try to come back in.
Okay.
Okay. Is everybody in the chat? Let's see if everybody in the chat. Walter sounds fine at this end. You both sound fine. I'm gonna come back in.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. All right.
Well,
I'll see you. I'll see you in just a few.
Sounds good. Okay, so while Shawn is doing that, let's say hello to everyone. Happy New Year, friends! Really excited to be here with you on the first night of 2026. Can't think of a better way to launch the new year, but surrounded by crafty friends. So hello to Karen and hey April, Andrea, and my sister Brenda, and Candy, and Kara, and Jim, and I know Isis was in the chat. There she is. And I know I saw Kate. Hey, Shirley. And Kara. Hello, Kara. And hello, Luann. Let's see. I think I have covered. Hello, Pam. Am I missing anyone? Brandon. How can I miss Brandon? One of our faithful viewers, Brandon. Happy New Year's, friends. Okay, Shawn, we can see you now. But I'm wondering, can you hear me? Hi, Christy. Okay. Well, while we're waiting for our friend Shawn to oh, Penny. Hi, Penny. And hello, Jay. Let's talk about this look. Like, we can't hear Shawn, but you can see him. What a fabulous look is this with the leopard on. And I mean, I didn't get the memo to like kind of dress up tonight. So here I am in just a very snugly comfortable hoodie or sweatshirt. So I don't look as good, but definitely in good spirits. So tonight we have some really fun cards planned for you all. And they are centered around the theme for the month of January, which is love and perfect pairs. So tonight's focus isn't necessarily on perfect pairs, but it's certainly on love. And so that's the overall theme. And tonight we are using the Letters from Heaven stamp set. So once we, yeah, right, Pam? It's like it's cold out there. So I'm layered up and have been, I saw Issa's comment earlier saying that, you know, how nice to just be in pajamas or comfy clothes all day and crafting. I'm in my Sherpa, but that's how I spent my day as well, working on projects and just creating and having a good time. So we're going to give Shawn just another couple of minutes here to see if he can get this figured out. Let's see. Shawn does look like a rock star. He really does. I love Shawn's shirt. Jay says it is fabulous. I mean, you were a tree. I was a tree. I was. That was pretty fun. I enjoyed that. So, yeah. I mean, none of us need anything new necessarily, Jay, but shopping is fun. I personally enjoy online shopping a little bit more these days, but shopping is fun. Yeah, lots of love for Shawn and his shirt. Yeah, the chat isn't going across all the channels. Ooh, okay. Um, let's see if I. You know what? I think Shawn is the admin on this, so I think he needs to look. I can't. I'm not seeing the channels listed. Well, hello, Shalana. Nice to see you. Hi, Jamie. Back to work tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not going back until Monday. And is it bad that those Sunday night scaries, the Sunday night blues, are already kind of settling in a bit? I don't know. It'll all be fine, but definitely feeling it. So Shalana asks, any crafty New Year resolutions? Yeah, let's see. Oh, here's Shawn. We can see him again, but he can't hear. Okay. Good question, Shalana. I do. I want to try some new types of things. Like some types of cards I haven't previously made, like in regards to fun folds and stuff. And I'm already getting a little pressure from my friend Christy, and I'm trying. We can't hear you, Shawn. Getting some pressure from Christy, and this Sunday I'm going to try a memory deck. So we're kind of off to that start for my resolution. Hey, Anne, nice to see you, my friend. That's so weird. Before the intro played, we were both able to see and hear, and everything was fine. Isis, thank you for asking. My holiday was wonderful. Hope yours was too. On the quiet side, but that was absolutely fine with me. I've been off since last week, and I've just been spending a lot of time creating, which has been great. Yeah, Jay, it's going to be my first time. I've always thought that I wasn't interested in it, in creating a memory decks, but we're doing it as a team, and so that will be fun. I'm looking forward to that. And I certainly hope all of you had great holidays and a safe New Year's Eve last night. Peer pressure, says Christy. That's right. I actually crafted a good part of my night. I was attending an online New Year's Eve craftathon, and that was a lot of fun. So, and then I was in bed before midnight, though. So, hello, Ellen. So it looks like the chat's now going across to Facebook, which is good because Ellen's. I can see that Ellen's on Facebook. We're having some technical difficulty, so I'm kind of filling in the time a little bit so that we can make sure that Shawn is able to join in. Oh, yeah, Jay, that's a cool idea. Oh, thanks, Christy. You're good like that. Always offering to help. Fun to be off and create. Yes, it was fun. Went to friends and did. Oh, nice. That's awesome. And Pam's been creating birthday card. Good idea. Yeah, that's a great idea. Nice. Fun. Oh, I'm glad you saw us. Let's see. I'm getting some messages that I'm ignoring from Shawn. I'm sorry, Shawn. It will only go to, let's see, Penny, is the chat not restreaming? Okay. So they're still working on these technical details. I love that. I love that, Isis. I certainly was in bed early too. Yeah. I'm not a night owl. I'm more of a morning person. So oh, there's Ellen right on YouTube now. Um, okay, so I apologize for the delay. This is kind of it was working just until we went live, and then all of a sudden it stopped. Hey, Tamara, nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Christy is good at figuring all this stuff out. Absolutely. Um, Unfortunately, I don't know enough about Restream. So it's, but I know Candy's trying to help him out. Candy was nice enough to jump into action and check things out with Shawn. So they're working on it. Oh, you're very sweet, Isis. That's nice. Who's my first? Oh, yes. So back here over my shoulder, you can see her looking over here now. This is my Sophia, one of my two dogs. Hey, Sandy. She usually stays right there on that back cushion while I am crafting because she can be right next to me then. And then my Baxter, you can't see him necessarily. You can kind of see him over on the couch, like where that lantern is against the wall. If you look down, you can see like a dark shape. That's my Baxter. Those are my two pups. Thanks for joining, Sandy. We're having some technical difficulties, so we're just we're filling in with some conversation here. Yeah, so both Sophia and Baxter are rescues. So Sophia is a mix between a terrier, specifically, I believe she's a oh geez, why can't I think of it now? She's a terrier Shih Tzu mix, and Baxter is purebred Shih Tzu. So yes, as my sister Brenda, her niece and nephew pups. Spill the tea on the next release. I certainly don't want to steal Christopher's thunder on any of that, Christy. So I said a little bit at the beginning. I will tell you that it is somewhat related to the stamp set that we're using tonight. In a way, it has kind of a love theme, getting ready for Valentine's Day. But I will wait and let Christopher, do his usual reveal, and I don't want to step on his toes there. Ellen oh yeah, so Ellen moved last week, and she is still unpacking. When is Christopher showing the release? That I would think, hopefully by his live on Tuesday. Normally his first live of the month is when he goes over the release, at least, part of it, whether it be subscription or sometimes all of it. I believe there could be some timing issues with getting some of the product in. So that could be why there's maybe a small delay. Yeah, but and I haven't seen any sneak peeks, so I honestly don't have much to share with you. So even if you tried for me, tickling is torture because I'm very ticklish. Even if you tried tickling me, I would not release that. I would not, like I said, I don't want to steal his thunder. It's the right thing to do. Jay, his lives are always fabulous. He is a very, very good presenter and teacher, and Oh, I know you are, Christy. I know. Not to worry. Oh, you had to work today? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Sandy. Yeah. Yeah. As Candy said, also the holiday shipping, it's impacting things. So hopefully more to come on that next week, though. Good news, you found the plates. Oh, good. Good. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Jay. People being out, the post office, getting through the Christmas crush of shipping along with FedEx and UPS and all of them. So um well, hello to you, Deborah. Nice of you to join us. Happy New Year. Oh, thank you, Penny. Yes. So as Penny pointed out, with the exception of the inspiration box, the pictures are up on the website. So you can go check that out. Um, okay, so I'm not quite sure how long it's going to take for Shawn. But perhaps what I'll do is I'll go over with you what we're using tonight. And then I can show you my card and we can see if he's back in by then. And if not, perhaps I can jump in and start working on mine and still chat with you at the same time. So I am going to come down to my desktop. Okay, so as I had mentioned, tonight, Shawn and I are using the Letters from Heaven stamp set. This came out last year or late the year before, I believe. Let's see, copyright 2024. So, yep. And it's a really nice set. What I love about it is it's so flexible in regards to how you can use it with the mailbox stamp on its own, the mailbox with kind of the flowers and the grassy area, as well as then, the other stamps that come with it, the heart, the letters, the bird. It all is, related to signs from loved ones. So I am here for you. Those we love don't go away. They walk beside us every day. I absolutely love that. Remembering with you this holiday season. If I appear, know a loved one is near. That's, in regards to the cardinal. So we're using this particular stamp set tonight. And I also am using a sentiment from the fabulous release with ThermoWeb, from Create Your Own Ending. Congratulations. And I'm using some paper. And from my stash, I'm using some twine. And this is my card for the night. I wanted to do something a little different, and I knew that I wanted to have kind of like a nice large open area in the center where I have the heart suspended. And if you wind it up, it will go ahead and spin like a spinner. And then have the, kind of have the mailbox and the cardinal and the flowers right by it. So I thought it would be fun. There's still plenty of room to write inside, also on the back, so you can definitely put some messages there. I can see Shawn has come back, but I'm not hearing him. Oh. Yes, this is. I have the mailbox. And the
Hello.
Oh, there he is. Nope, now you're gone again. Thank you, Christy. Don't forget the retirement sale. Yes, yes. So as Candy pointed out, retirement sale ending tomorrow. Some really fabulous deals there. Make sure to get out there and take a look. Oh, there's sexy shirt, Shawn. Christy says. He's back, but yeah, we can't hear him. We heard him for. Oh,
Can you hear me?
we can hear you. Can you hear me? We can hear you. Can you hear me, Shawn? No. Christy. Oh, you crack me up. I am going to put my camera back up just so that Shawn doesn't see me doing hand signals and he can see me shaking. Maybe he could, Jay. I don't know if he knows it or not, but I like that idea, April. I bet you Shawn would be good with interpretive dance. I could totally see him doing that. I like that idea. I know he'd be cracking up if he could actually hear us right now. Charades. Oh, too funny. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and I think he saw some of the comments because he's laughing. Yes, yes. He just
Mic check.
Yep. Okay. Do you hear us? Do you hear me? Go ahead and I think he saw some of the comments because he's laughing. Yes, yes. He just mic check. Yep. Okay. Do you hear us? Do you hear me? Go ahead and I think he saw some of the comments because he's laughing. Oh geez, now I can hear myself in the background. Okay. Yes. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me? He just oh. Yeah. Well, you know what, Jim? I think that's him watching us on YouTube, perhaps. I know it is comical, Pam. So without further ado, I'm going to start in so at least we can get some kind of crafty time in. Yeah. So the first thing I'm going to do to get ready is to cut the centers, and I'm using just a stacking oval die for that. And I'm going to attempt to do it all together and hope that works. It worked for me the first time, so I'm hoping. I know, Deborah, you're right that, you never know when some of those tech issues are going to rear their ugly head and impact you. And it's too bad because Shawn has a great card tonight as well. So I just want to get that on there. And now I'm just I should have gone a little bit longer with my tape to make sure that I have the specialty cardstock on there too. Although now I'm going to move it just to make sure it's where I want it. And I'm going to get that cut out. Christy. You know Shawn, he always is the strong silent type. That's our Shawn. And he's really good with the tech issues. So since it's not coming, getting fixed on his end, it's really something throwing him for a loop there. Okay, so it mostly worked. The good news is I have the patterned paper cut, and then I have my first layer of the card cut, and now I know where to cut the second hole in the back. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. As soon as I get this off of, there we go, put that to the side. And let me get this tape off here. Okay, now I can go ahead and cut the one in the back. So let's just get that lined up right where that indentation is. And let's get some tape there to hold it in place. And we'll spin that through real quick. 40 minutes. Wow. Jeez, that's a long time. Christy is very funny. Humor seems to come natural to Christy. Okay, so that is cut. I'm just going to burnish that edge to get it to stay down a bit. There we go. And I have my patterned paper all set too. All right. So now I'm going to get going on my stamping. And what I did is I stamped both the circular heart postage stamp as well as the mailbox with the cardinal and the flowers on craft. The reason why I did that was I thought that white cardstock might stand out a little too much. And since I'm using a craft background and there's no like stark white, I wanted it to be consistent. So I'm going to get those stamped as well as get my sentiment stamped on there. Hi, Cordelia. Happy New Year. Shawn is trying to get in. There's some tech issues going on. So he'll hopefully be in. That would I'm really hoping that he's able to end up getting in. I hope that everyone enjoyed our recorded Men of Monroe last week. We had a lot of fun recording that. And I had a lot of fun wearing my Christmas tree sweatshirt. Hey, Reagan, how are you? Nice to see you pop in here tonight. Okay, I'm going to give that another go to make that darker. There we go. You liked it, Jay? Thank you. Good to hear. Neighbors out there. Oh. Sorry to hear that, Kate. good to hear. Okay. So now we're going to stamp. Oops, lost the die there. Stamp our little scenic piece. And I really, really do, like this stamp set. And what I love is that this particular stamp, which is the mailbox with some wildflowers and the cardinal, you can use it for so many things other than just, at other times of the year. You can use it in the winter. You can use it in the spring. It's really versatile. I love it. And I really love the sentiment behind this particular set as well. So let me grab some ink here. Get this inked up. I can hear Christy now saying, there goes Walter. He's a heavy inker. And I am. I know I am. I like to tell her it's one of my endearing qualities. There we go. All right. So let me just clean my stamp. So in case anyone is just joining and is wondering, Shawn is having some technical difficulties. So he's, unfortunately, I don't think he's been able to get back in yet. And let's put that to the side. Oh, actually, there's two more I need to stamp, but it's the same one that I'm stamping twice for the spinner. And that is this really cool heart stamp. So let's get two of those stamps. And for that, I'm using a nice dark red so that there's not as much that I have to color. Well, I'm going to do it one more time. And then we'll stamp the second one. So it got really bitter colds here in the Boston area last night after some snow went through, and I'll tell you, the wind has been terrible today. And my magnet's in the way. It's been just bitter when I've been walking the dogs, and they haven't wanted to stay out long in this either. So that's been a little nice that they haven't been torturing me about it. And it's so funny. I saw where Candy said that the new release is out on the website, and I completely forgot to even look there today. I guess I don't know how I could forget it was the first since it's New Year's, but I just completely forgot. I can't wait to go out and look when I'm done here. Hello, Melissa. Shawn is having some technical difficulties. So I am all by myself right now, but I remain hopeful that he may make his way back in. Just checking the chat real quick to make sure I didn't miss anyone. Oh, you were going to be coming to Cambridge, Mass, April? That's cool. I am just grabbing my colored pencils because I thought that, to give it a little bit more of a rustic look, that the colored pencils would be fun. 60-degree weather in Georgia. Ooh. Yeah, no. That's certainly not anything you'd want to complain about. I don't mind 60s. I like it. I like the 70s, but once it starts to get north of 80, I'm not a huge fan. "32 in Missouri. Wow. Oh, that's so cool. Well, April, you should let me know if you are traveling to the Boston area. I live in the Boston suburbs, and we could always maybe even meet up sometime, which would be a lot of fun. Love seeing peeps in person. "15 in Wisconsin." Yeah, we're right there, right around you, Jay. The last I checked, it was hovering around 20. So, yeah. Let's see. For my flying pencils, I'm doing a combination of grays and brown on my mailbox and then going over it with just a little bit of white. Christy. Oh, Fletch still won it. Oh, good old Fletch. Oh, he grew up in the area. That's awesome. Very cool. Yeah, I've been living in this part of the state. I grew up in Western Mass, and I've been out this way really since I came out for college. Um, I'd go back home on breaks, but for the most part, I've just been living out here since. So, okay, that's interesting because I lived in Framingham right after college. I lived there for, let's see, from 1996 through 2000, early 2009. And then I moved here to Waltham. Ah, okay. Very cool. I'm going to save my green and do that last because there's a lot of. What I will do first is my flowers. And for a good amount of the flowers, I actually just went in with a white gel pen and colored them that way. And then I have some that I made red, and a couple of these are a nice lilac. And the image is small, but that's why I like the pencils. I felt like it's a little bit easier to color this kind of an image with the pencils rather than the markers. And I haven't seen Shawn pop in a while, so I'm not thinking that's a very good sign. And I personally love the look of colored pencil on this is lunch bag, but very essentially for all intents and purposes, it's craft. I love the look of colored pencils on it. It just feels very rustic to me, and I like that. It goes well with my vintage vibe. Speaking of vintage, I have been glued to the TV today watching a marathon of The Gilded Age on HBO. I don't know if any of you watch it, but it's a fantastic show. I really, really like it. Takes place back in the early 1900s in New York City, and it's about the class warfare between the old money and the new money, and it's just a lot of fun. So Shawn said, "So sorry, friends, I cannot get sound to come out of the computer, earphones, or anything." Oh, sorry, Shawn. So if anyone is looking for something to watch and you have Max and you kind of like period pieces, I highly recommend The Gilded Age. It is really, really good. Christine Baranski is in it, and I adore her. She's like, somebody who can do drama and comedy and music. I mean, she's been on Broadway. She's just so talented. Really, Jim? I did not know that it was filmed in Saratoga. That's really cool. I have not been to Saratoga in quite a while. I had an uncle my mom's uncle, and he actually raced the sulky horses, or he owned horses that raced the sulky. So sulky being with the cart, up at Saratoga. And we would go up to see them sometimes in the summer. And then one of the companies I worked for was in Clifton Park, New York, which is right next to Saratoga. So yeah, it's a beautiful area. I used to enjoy the ride up there. Okay. Just going to come in with a bit of a lighter green. And just put some little pops in here so that everything's not just dark green. Jim, I can always count on you to have really cool facts to share. Yes, she was absolutely. I forgot. How could I forget that? That she played. Yeah, she was Leonard's mom on The Big Bang Theory, and she was hysterical. Oh my goodness. The episode where she and Penny went drinking at the Cheesecake Factory was just hysterical. Oh my goodness. And she was also in the musical Mamma Mia, the film, and she sang one of my favorite numbers, Does Your Mother Know? And that was, I mean, she was just spectacular. Penny was her home girl. That's right. Oh my gosh, that is just one of the funniest shows. Karaoke with Sheldon. Yeah, that is such a great show. Um, so yes, she was in The Good Wife and The Good Fight. I didn't watch those series. I should. Um, the Crown was amazing. I really enjoyed The Crown. I'm not familiar with House of Guinness, though. I'll have to look into that. Um, some people compare the Gilded Age. I've seen comparisons to like Downton Abbey, even though Downton Abbey is in England. Um, but kind of the same thing about like the aristocracy and. Okay, so I'm almost done coloring, and I'm going to just color the insides of my stamp around the heart with a gold metallic pen. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that she was born in Buffalo. Yeah. Jay, The Good Wife, it's no longer on, but of course you can catch it on streaming. It was a legal show. I heard great things, but I just never attempted to watch. There we go. And the gold is optional. I just like the look of it. Okay. Get some fussy cutting done here. There is a die set for this stamp set, but there isn't a die for this longer one that I used. So, but easy enough just to do some fussy cutting. That's why I don't even mind fussy cutting out the circles here, because it's easy enough. It's just going around. Nothing difficult at all. Now, of course, when we get to the scenic image, I am someone, when fussy cutting, who normally cuts up against the line, just because I'm not a huge fan of white space, if you will. But tonight, as you can see, it would be really a challenge to fussy cut that image out that way. So I do leave just a little bit of craft going around, because yeah, it would. I have patience, but not that much patience, and even with that much patience, it still would not be exact. She was in The Grinch. Yes. Yes, she was. She played Martha, who was the Grinch's love interest when they were younger. And part of the reason I think why he turned so grouchy. Of course, who wouldn't, being bullied the way he was, the poor guy. Now, don't think I'm defending the Grinch. I'm not saying that he was cool with, stealing the last can of Who hash and everything. I don't want to be misquoted here or be thought of as a Grinch sympathizer. Just saying, he didn't have it easy. Now, if you really wanted to, well, hey, T, nice to see you. If you really wanted to, you could also take like a blue colored pencil and color in that area above that that I'm leaving, that border. Completely up to you. You could definitely do that to kind of indicate the sky. Jim, you really are the person who your pop culture references impress me so much. He tells me who certain rap stars are and people I never heard of. Jim knows them. I'm going to get rid of some of that excess so I can cut a little bit easier here. So, T, in case you're wondering, our friend Shawn is having technical difficulties and he's not able to get sound and stuff working for some reason. It was working just fine before we went live, which is too bad. But he's been out of the pocket tonight because of that. There we go. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that she's back on Broadway, and Cynthia Nixon is also in The Gilded Age, and she's fabulous. Her character's great. Okay, so I have those items cut out. Now what I can do is get my my piece of twine in place, and I'm doing that between the panel and the card base, and it's really just going to be some tape and glue holding it in place for me. So I'm going to get some glue down there first. Oh, did you really, T? YouTube gremlins? Ugh. Well, it's been a popular day for a lot of people going live, it seems. So maybe there's a lot of traffic and causing some issues. Okay. So let's get that in place. And I'm just approximating the center. That looks pretty good to me from what I can see. It doesn't have to be completely perfect. And trust me, that is difficult because I like things to, line up as much as possible. But I have learned to kind of let it go a bit. But yeah, that looks pretty good. Maybe I'll just get it straight. There we go. That looks pretty good to me. So I'm happy with that. Put my twine to the side. And now I am going to get some. There's my glue gun. I'm going to be putting some double-sided foam tape down, but I also like to just run some glue up against that twine just so that when it dries, it helps kind of secure it in place. That's just me. I tend to always add a lot of adhesive and worry about things coming undone. Grab my tape strips. Yeah, I agree, T. Center-ish. Yeah. That did pretty good. Oh, I didn't know that she was the voice on animated shows. Now, if any of you were fans of All My Children, and I'm going back to like old school All My Children, my mother watched it. And so come home from school and it would be on, or if I was home for a sick day, it would be on. And so I recently learned in an interview with Christine Baranski that her husband was on All My Children. He was an actor, and he played this thug, kind of a thuggy character named Billy Joe Clyde, who was a real troublemaker. And I was really surprised to hear that. I had never known that. And he passed away, and she was very much in love with him, and she never remarried. Just kind of a nice story, but there's a little bit of trivia for you. Yeah, that was one of the big ones back. Yep. She was on Another World. Really? Interesting. Yes, I remember you saying that, Drea, when we were on hanging out one night on in the studio, that you watched All My Children. That was my mother's absolute favorite. She started to watch it while she was in the hospital after having my sister Brenda, my older sister, who was in the chat earlier. Yeah, that was her favorite. You know, I will neither confirm nor deny that I watch General Hospital still. And that is kind of a nice perk of being remote and working from home, is if there's no meetings, I mean, I can always record it, but if there's no meetings going on from 3 to 4, gotta say, that is going on. Yeah, Isis, I remember Ryan's Hope growing up. Yeah. Yeah, I remember all of those. So my mother was a fan of the ABC soaps, so Dark Shadows. Barnabas Collins. That was, I was born in 74, so I've seen it, but I know I would have liked it and had watched it if I was able to. Okay, so there is our foam tape on our base. Yeah, Brenda, I remember Mom talking about Dark Shadows. Yeah. Hi, Chuck. Welcome. Our friend Shawn, who is normally here with me creating, is having some technology issues. So he's he hasn't been able to stay in the live, unfortunately. Oh, that's cool, Deborah. Oh, hey, Heather. Oh, that's hysterical. I didn't see you come in. Um, that's so funny. I mean, yeah, I grew up like, seeing it after school. And yeah, I'll tell you, it did not take long for me to get sucked back into it. Because I do have the TV on as I work just for background noise. And if I'm not in a meeting, if I'm in a meeting, obviously it's muted. But yeah, so I would hear things in the background, and before I knew it, it's kind of grabbing my attention, and I'm watching. Okay, so I just want to get this part lined up so that it is right around. There we go. Perfect. Now what I can do is get the tape and glue in place to get that on there in the center. So Heather, unfortunately, our friend Shawn is having some technical difficulties, and he's been in the background trying to get on, but seem to be some New Year Day gremlins preventing it. Not very nice. Ah, so you were an NBC person, or was Guiding Light CBS? Then all I want to do is just line this up on the twine. That looks centered, and that looks pretty centered. Then just get those close together. I could also use some double-sided tape, foam tape, and do that. But I like the glue. There we go. Then all we have left to do is to get our little scene on down in the corner. So I gotta tell you, for the long delay that we experienced at the beginning, I did pretty good with making up some time. Thanks, Candy. Yeah. Actually, though, I am. Yeah, I know. He's. Ugh, we missed him tonight. That's for sure. Just checking the chat. No. Ah. Yes, absolutely, Deborah. I agree. So here is my finished card for tonight. A little bit different, just in regards to the background paper, and I cut it a little bit bigger this time. But yeah, there is the spinner card, and once again, I'm gonna let that one dry. If you do this and then put it in the envelope when the person opens it, you will get that nice spinning action. I like the look of the twine with it, just because it is kind of rustic, which I really like. So, um, there is the card. Pretty easy. Um, and I'm just looking over. Oh, Christy, you're too kind. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. You watched Dallas in college. Ah, we watched Melrose Place when I was in college. We'd all gather out in the common area, and there was a TV out there. And yeah, we'd watch Melrose Place at the beginning of the week, and then Thursday night was all about Friends and Seinfeld. So, yep. Well, thanks, friends. Yeah, thank you so much. It is such a great stamp set. It's one of my favorites actually, and I used it for a Christmas card. I used the larger mailbox and put it into a winter scene and back during the Christmas in July time period. And I loved it. I thought it was really nice. So thanks, Brenda. Thanks, Kara. Thanks, Anne. Thanks, everyone. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you hanging out tonight. Oh, Shawn is showing his card. So I'm gonna go up, and if you look up at the screen, you'll see Shawn holding up his card. You can see how cool his card is. So he used the other mailbox and used the larger bird from the set and had that perched on there. And then had the paper, and he had such a great card tonight. I'm sure he's bummed that he wasn't able to share it with you, but you saw a glimpse of it here, and be certain to check it out when he shares it online. So, I'm not good at reading lips, so I couldn't quite make out what he said.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me? And he used Be My Valentine. Really, really great card. I love it. Yeah, so I apologize for the technical difficulties tonight. Unfortunately, out of our hands, but we made.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me? Do you want to say something?
Oh, okay. So I got a workaround. I'm listening through YouTube, through my piece here. That's all I can do.
Okay. Well, we'll be back next week for another episode of Men of Monroe at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. And we're going to be continuing on with a theme similar to this month's release. Still using some of the product from the last release, though. So a little sneak peek of things to come. And we'll see you then. So thank you so much for starting off the year with us tonight. We really appreciate it. We appreciate you. And we'll see you real soon. Take care.